Hi everyone, I'm Terry, and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 41. Welcome. Today I have some finished objects and some works in progress to show you. So let's get started. Okay, so with my finished objects, I actually have 4 this week. I have been showing you that I was making last week I was showing you that I was making a polar bear as a part of my Christmas character collection, I guess you'd say, that I've been wanting to make to put on display, I guess, on a ladder that's in my house here as part of my Christmas decor during the Christmas season, because I thought it would be cute to put little characters on each of the rungs of the ladder. Okay, and I have a elf on a shelf. I have a Christmas penguin that I made several years ago, and then I just made a couple of weeks ago. I showed that I made a Rudy the reindeer, and so my next character that I was wanting to do is a polar bear, and I finished him. And the pattern is called Philip the Polar Bear, and it's by Melissa's Crochet Patterns, and the link is on Ravelry, and I'll put links to all the patterns below in the description box. Anyway, here he is. I think he turned out cute. Pretty easy to put together. I made his little scarf out of just some red and green Red Heart Super Saver that I had. And then I stitched through both layers right here on the shoulder to keep it up on him so he won't lose his scarf. So here he is, super cute, and he's a good size. He's about the same size as my other characters that will be alongside with him on the ladder. So, finished object number 1. Okay, now finished object number 2 is the garden flag. I think it's called the Buggy Garden Set, I think, and it's by Snappy Tots, which is Heidi Yates here on on Ravelry, actually. And it is part of the Springtime Cowl, C-A-L, crochet along, Springtime Cowl that Michelle, who is known as Mickey Midge here on YouTube, she is hostessing this cowl, crochet along, on her Ravelry page. And so my entry for the Springtime Cowl is this garden flag. And I finished. Let me hold the tabs up together so you can see it. Okay, so there it is. I really like the way this came out. I think it's super cute. And I do have a stick that, I'll show it to you right quick. I'll slide it in here. It's way too long. It needs to be trimmed down, but you can see it better. There you go. Very cute. Okay, so I don't know. I have a rod up there that is going across. If you see, we're at the top of my pegboard back there, and so I may hang it from there, back there. I think that'll be a cute spring accent to my craft room. So I think I'm going to do that, or either that, or it'll be in another part of the house. But I think it will probably be back there. So there's that. Okay, and then the third finished object I have is for quite a while now. I've been showing you a shawl that I've been working on, and it's a German pattern, and I call it the the this and that shawl. Well, I finished it. I just spent quite a bit of time on it this week, I guess. Well, sort of, because I wanted to get it finished, and I did finish it. And I had this much yarn left over. So I was happy about that. I put in a couple of one extra repeat section so then I could use up more of the yarn. It's a very nice size. I'll slide it on right quick so you can see. See, very nice, very good size. So I really like it. I really like the way it turned out. And this was using the Cotton Flowers fingering weight yarn or thread. It's 50% cotton, 50% acrylic, and it was I ordered it off of Etsy, and it did come from Germany, so I had to wait quite a bit to get it. So anyway, there it is, all done. Okay, so let's see, and then my fourth finished object is another set of squares for the 365 Days of Granny Squares project that I have been doing. This is following YouTube tutorials from Yarn Utopia, who is Nadia, here on, well, yes, here on YouTube. And so I did 6 more of the squares. Let's see, last time we left off on square 127, so this is square 128, right there. This is 129. And this is 130. Okay. 131. And here's one, let's see, this is 132, and it is like a 3D flower. This one turned out a little bit small. I probably should have gone around one more time with the red, but I think once I get it bordered and attached, that it will be, it'll stretch, so I think it'll be fine. Okay, and then my last one for this week is number 133. Very colorful one there. Okay, this one had lots of front post stitches. Front post double crochet stitches. Okay, so that's all my finished objects. I did get quite a few things finished this week that I've been working on, so I was happy about that. Okay, so transitioning into our works in progress, I just have 2, actually. So, let's see. Last week I showed you the previous 6 of these squares, of the granny squares that I did last week. Well, I put them together and I decided to border them with black this time. I did that, I think, on the very first blanket that I did using the squares. So there is 6 squares across, all attached together. And I think the black is really going to set the colors off really well. So, next week I will be adding these 6 squares to the blanket. Okay, so then let's see. Oh, and then another one that I was showing you before, or that I have been talking to you about, and I ordered the yarn, I showed you the yarn last week, is the Squares and Panels Afghan by Lion Brand, and it is a free pattern on the Lion Brand website. Also, there is a link from Ravelry to get you there. And this is for a wedding gift, wedding shower gift that's is going to be, I believe, the end of April. So I have a month-ish and a half to finish it, to start, or to finish it, to do it. And so I started it. This, I'll show you what it looks like. Right there. I really like the colors. It is made using Lion Brand Heartland yarn, and I started it, the central square, oh, wrong side, this side, and I'm really liking the way it's coming out. And I mean, I've been having change colors every row, and so I've been real good about sewing in my tails. I just have these right here, and that's just from the very last row. But besides that, I've got all my tails sewn in. I do probably 2 or 3 rows, something like that, and then I go back and weave the tails in. Now this red right there, that's just telling me that this is the right side, because in this pattern you have to, it started out all just going around, and it's all on stitch on the right side of the fabric, not the fabric, the project. But then once you get to these rows right in here, I've been having to do some on the wrong side and then turn it around and do it on the right side and stuff like that. So I went ahead and tied a little piece of yarn there so then I could remember know easily fast that that this was the right side. So anyway, I have, I think, 2 more rounds to go, and that is that the central square right there. And then after that, I will, I think, start some of the solid panels there. Anyway, so starting on that. And then that's all my works in progress. Now, I have upcoming that I'm going to start, but I just haven't started yet. I mean, I will probably be starting at least one of them this afternoon, but I just didn't have it to start yet. But anyway, so upcoming is, now, since this is March, the March square for our Christmas character Christmas character blanket, yes. That is from Repeat Crafter Me, and a group of us are doing that. And there's 9 pieces, and so, well, 9 squares and 2 panels, and we're working on them once a month. So by the end of the year, we'll have a Christmas blanket. Okay, so there's what it's supposed to look like. More or less. We're changing up some people are changing up the background colors, and including me. I'm also, but the pictures are the same. Anyway, so far we've done the Santa and the Santa square and the Christmas tree square. And so the next one across there at the top, you see right there, is the snowman. I'll zoom the snowman up. The snowman square right there. Okay, so that's the one I'm starting. I've got the yarn all collected together to get ready to work on it. Now, I am not going to do the blue background. I'm going to do the, it's kind of a blue-gray color. It's the same one I did for the Santa square, because I'm going to do that, because then the Christmas tree square, I did a background of purple. And so my blanket is going to look like a checkerboard. I'm just going to alternate that denim. I think it's called medium denim, and it's a yarn from Joann's, Big Twist. Yeah, Big Twist, great value, I think, or no, that's Walmart. Big Twist value yarn, I think. Anyway, it's medium denim. It's like a blue-gray. Anyway, that one, and then a purple that is, I believe, medium purple, and that's Red Heart Super Saver. Anyway, it's going to be a checkerboard type pattern for the background colors. Okay, so I'm about to start that. I will probably get started on that in just a little bit, my snowman square. Okay, so that is an upcoming, because I haven't started it yet. And then also, okay, so Jada and Stitches here on YouTube is doing another calendar blanket. Last year, she did one all the year. All through the year, each month, she did a square that kind of represented that month, and then she, at the end of the year, then she put them together and they had a blanket. Well, I didn't participate in that, but I did follow along and see what squares she was doing, and I may end up doing that sometime, but I didn't do it. Well, she is doing another calendar blanket for this year, and since this is March, she just released the third section of it. And what she's doing is kind of like the Harmony sample blanket that I'm doing along with Sarah Satch, following her tutorial, where she releases the last Monday of every month. She releases a stitch pattern, and then so each month you're adding on to that blanket, and it's a scrap type project. Well, this is similar, except Jada's stitches they're more, I think she called them Victorian inspired, really pretty stitches. And so I was thinking that would be really pretty to do like a baby blanket, or to do like in pastels, like soft colors. And of course, I just so happen to have some baby yarn that I could use. It's Bernat Softy Baby, and I picked them out. I'll show you right here. Really pretty. A pink, a yellow, a green, and then this purple right there. And so I was thinking that would be really pretty in those dainty Victorian type stitches. So I may be starting that. I know it's March, and she's already released the third part, but it would be pretty easy to catch up because it's just a section of stitches, and then, you know, it's the same, you repeat it. And but what I was thinking about doing is maybe with those pastel colors, and then in between those stitches have a little stripe of white. So that's what I was kind of thinking, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm really tempted. I really think I want to start that because, you know, she just releases a section a month, and then you just work on it, and then that's it. And then you don't have to work on it again until the next month. Just like I'm doing the Harmony sample blanket, which I will still be doing that too. But anyway, so I'm thinking of doing that. And then let's see, oh, and there's a young couple that are friends with my son and daughter-in-law, and they're expecting their first child. And so I'm wanting to get with her and find out kind of because she just found out, they're having a little boy. And so I want to find out what the theme of her nursery or colors or whatever that she's going to be doing. So that way I will know, or I can come up with something that I want to start a blanket or some sort of gift for them. So that is another, I'm sorry, I'm waving my pencil around. I was checking things off my list, sorry. Oh, okay, so that's another project that's upcoming because I want to do something for them for their baby. So so that, oh, and then as I said, I think it was last week or the week before, Steph at Scallywag Stitches here on YouTube, she sent me a set of patterns for some Christmas shelf sitters, kind of like the Elf on the Shelf characters, and she sent them to me as a gift. And so I want to start working on some of those. I especially am eyeing the Mrs. Santa. So I think that I want to start that. I don't know if I'll get that started this next week, possibly, because I do like to have at least one character, stuffed character, on the hooks, on the hook. So that's it, really. Like I said, most of the things that I had that were whips, I got them finished. So that's really all I have to show you. Thank you so much for my subscribers. It's just really climbing up there, and it's really exciting to see the numbers rise. And I really enjoy the comments and the feedback that I have from you viewers on the projects that I'm doing, and I'm just making so many friends. I'm really just having a great time. Thank you so much for subscribing and checking out my projects. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And I make a video each week to show you what I've done on my projects. And I just really enjoy sharing my love of yarn and my hobby with everybody. So I think that's about it, really. Like I said, I'll have in the description box below, I'll have the links to all the patterns that I've showed you or discussed. And I guess that's all. Short video today, I think. Well, we'll see. Okay, so we will see you, or you will see me next week. And so I hope everybody has a great weekend. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.